everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, today I'm going to be updating you all on my Pan Those Eyeshadows project Pan. I feel like there's one update that's very exciting to see, and other than that, the rest of it is more or less not that exciting. So let's start with the most exciting thing. So my Tarte and Bloom palette has been in this project from the very beginning, I'm pretty sure, and I have finally hit pan on the black shadow in here. I was using this as a liner. You can see it's just a baby little bit of pan, but I'm gonna count it. I've used it quite a few times since hitting pan on it, and the pan hasn't expanded, and that is to be expected because I was just concentrating in one spot and I was using it as liner. The first black shadow that I have ever hit pan on. Then the other Tarte palette that we have in here is the Love, Trust and Fairy Dust palette. This, I think it was limited edition, but I'm pretty sure you can still get hold of this palette at the moment. And in this project I'm working on the shade Wonder. I've used this a fair amount of times. You can see there is a dip forming. I feel like it's just going to take a while to hit pan on this. There is a dip in there, it's getting there. I don't think I'm going to hit pan. Do I think I'm going to be hitting pan on it before the end of the year? I'm not 100% sure, if I'm completely honest. Also, the next update for this project will be at the end of the year, so on like around New Year's time. I rolled in last month the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. I adore this palette. I know there's a lot of mixed opinions on this palette. Some people loved it, some people hated it. I'm someone who loves it. I personally don't reach for like deep dark like blacks in palettes often at all. Yeah, this palette has so many dips in it. Like if I hold it like that, it looks like I've hit pan in this one, I haven't. But yeah, if I hold it like this, you can just see there's huge amounts of dips within loads of the shades, and the one shade that doesn't have that much of a dip happens to be Privacy, which is one that is in this project pan. There is a little bit of a dip forming like right in the middle, if you guys can see that little line here. Sorry about the horrendous lighting, but there is a little dip starting here. This is just gonna be a long blower, like it's gonna take a while. I have two Revolution palettes in here. Let's go for the older one. This is probably one of the oldest palettes in my collection, if not the oldest. And this is the Revolution Salvation palette, the Unicorns Unite palette. The shades in here that we are trying to pan, you can barely tell. The shade Spiral, which is this shade right here, which has a little bit more of a dip, I think. And then we also have Legend here. And I definitely think I've got more of a dip in Legend this like month than Spiral. I used Legend quite a few times. I did quite a few deep dark smoky green eye. And finally in this project we have the I Heart Makeup Chocolate Elixir palette, which is such a stunning, like definitely a full autumn kind of shade. And when you look at this palette now, you can see there is a dip forming in the shade Chestnut, which is the shade that is in this project pan. And that dip is forming, and I'm getting very excited about it because there was no real dip that you could see like on camera. It wasn't very significant, but I feel like you can see it now. Like it's in this little bit here. And that dip's starting to form. I definitely think I'm gonna focus more on Chestnut and Wonder, so I'm going to focus more on these two browns in the project pan and less on the Decay one, because these two have more progress and have been in the project longer than the Naked one, so I wouldn't be upset if I don't hit pan on the Naked one by the end of the year, but I'd like to hit pan on one of these two by the end of the year, just because it's a challenge for me to hit pan on dark shades, and I would really like to accomplish at least two. Okay, so because we hit pan on one of the eyeshadows this update, we're going to generate some new a new shadow using the Pretty Random app. I've forgotten how many eyeshadows are in my collection. So I've had the Avocado palette in my collection for a while, but it still hasn't been added to the spreadsheet. I really enjoy this palette, but I'm just not going to add it to the spreadsheet because it's relatively new. None of the shades have dips in, so I am not going to add it to the numbers in this because I don't want to try and hit pan on a new palette. I also just got the Revolution Tammy X Revolution palette, which looks like this. I played with this on Saturday Again, I'm not going to add this to the numbers because I just got it. And that's her Tropical Carnival shadow palette. And then I also got the Kami Make Magic palette, which again, I'm not going to add to the spreadsheet. And this is where I got my glitters from. On Saturday, I used this one and this one. And again, I haven't really had enough time to play with these palettes as much as I would like to. And they're very, very new. So I am not going to add these to the spreadsheet. And then finally, I have the Revolution Maxi Reloaded palette. I might be passing this to my sister, but I want to do a video using this. I think maybe a palette roulette would be really good, or try and use the purples or the pinks or the blues, or you know, I want to try and use this palette first to see if I like the formula and how I feel about it. Those are pretty much the only 4 palettes I've added to my collection since starting this project. So this project has really made me realise that you don't use up eyeshadows very quickly, so those 4 are the only new ones in my collection. Going to press randomize. Oh, can you see? We got number 90. Let's just check that I haven't had that before. No. Okay, so 90. Okay, from what you guys' comments said, I'm not going to do this. Like, I'm not going to do this to myself, because number 90 in the Primark Master palette, which is a palette that I actually really enjoy, they don't sell it anymore, but it's a very, very good formula, in my opinion, is this dark colour, and I can't do it to myself. I can't have literally almost all dark colours in this project pan. I can't do it. I'm going to re-roll. You guys said in my last update that I should have just re-rolled, and I can't put this in. I can't do it to myself. I was tempted to re-roll last update, but because I love the Naked palette so much, I wasn't too angry, but I can't. Hitting randomize again, we've got number 221. Where's 221? Oh, that comes from the Revolution Chocolate Elixir palette. Oh, okay, so 21 is a very interesting shade. It's like a cool toned shade. It's the shade Candy in this palette, which is this one right here. It's a very, very interesting, like light lilac-y shade, which is very, very pretty. And I think that'll be a really, really nice transition shade, and it's nice and cool toned as well, so it will give me encouragement to play with more, cool toned shadows this month as well. Okay, this colour palette looks way more like manageable. Taking out that black and adding in a nice crease shade I think has really helped this situation. The 2 colours are really nice. This transition shade is a godsend. So much better than any of these dark shades or the dark shade that I could have got. I'm not angry with this colour palette. I think I could definitely work with this. I now have only 4 palettes that because I've got 2 in the Chocolate Elixir, 2 in the Unicorns Unite, and then 1 in each of the other 2 palettes. So yeah, and I've got a perfect split of 2 drugstore, 2 high-end as well. So yeah, I'm very excited for this actually. I'm excited to only have 4 palettes. I've had 5 and 6 sometimes as well, so it's going to be nice to just have 4 palettes to focus on, and it also means that it will be easier for me to rotate through some of these newer palettes and create some more like fun, interesting look. That is everything for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here and would like to see more videos from me, and I'll catch you guys all in my next one. Bye!